In today's news, President Dr. Mohamed Moise departs on a 3-day official tour of North Marlos Madulu. International Monetary Fund says Maldives must address climate challenges in public investment. And Bank of Maldives and Ra Atoll Vadu sign agreement to establish ATM and banking services in the island.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the English News Bulletin on MMTV. I'm Aisha Tashkil with the news this hour. President Dr. Mohamed Moise has departed on a 3-day official visit to the North Marlos Madulu Atoll. The visit, part of a series of nationwide tours, aims to engage with local councils, women's development committees and residents while assessing the development needs of the region. The president is set to visit 11 islands during his trip, including Ra Vadu, Raskatim, Angolitim, Ungufar, Huludufar, Innamadu, Kinolas, Makurat, Maduvari, Fano and Rasmadu. He is expected to meet with council leaders and community representatives to discuss key concerns and priorities. As part of his itinerary, the president will inaugurate completed development projects and lay the foundation for new civic facilities. These initiatives include the launch of ID card and passport services aimed at improving accessibility for Maldivians across all inhabited islands. Accompanied by state ministers, parliamentarians and heads of various government institutions, President Dr. Moise will also oversee efforts to expand banking services and introduce ATM services for enhanced civic engagement. This visit follows previous trips to North and South Vadu Atolls, during which the president visited a total of 9 islands. Maldives Customs Services announced that goods valued at 1.9 million rupiah have been imported under the Free Trade Agreement (FTA) between the Maldives and China since its implementation earlier this year. The agreement, which came into effect on 1st January, has facilitated multiple shipments through both air and sea routes. According to customs officials, these imports include 9 air shipments valued at 882,381 rupiah and 3 sea shipments worth 1,040,875 rupiah, with sea cargo typically taking 21 days to reach the Maldives from China. The FTA marks a significant shift in trade relations between the two nations, building on last year's momentum when China's exports to the Maldives rose by 15.5% to reach $409.9 million. The Maldivian government projects that the new agreement will enable trade worth up to $1 billion. Minister of Economic Development and Trade Mohamed Saeed has emphasized that 91% of goods will be exempt from duty under the arrangement. A notable feature of the agreement is the provision for transactions to be conducted in Maldivian rupiah rather than US dollars. Minister Saeed highlighted this arrangement would significantly ease operations for Maldivian businesses and help address the country's ongoing dollar shortage. President Dr. Mohamed Moise has announced that most of the development projects planned for Ra Atoll Vadu will be completed this year, with a visit to the island scheduled to mark their completion.
During his interaction with the residents of Vadu, the president spoke of his commitment to fulfilling promises made during his presidential campaign, reflecting the aspirations of the island's community for growth and progress. Reiterating his dedication to delivering on electoral promises, the president commended Vadu's culture of initiating projects with a creative vision and assured the government's full support for such efforts. He stated that the administration would back these self-initiatives, signaling a collaborative approach to development. President Dr. Moise identified several pressing issues and ongoing challenges impacting Vadu's development. Among these, he highlighted the relocation of the existing garbage dump as a significant hurdle to allocating new land on the island. He assured residents that this matter would be resolved promptly with new waste management systems set to begin operation soon. On infrastructure concerns, he noted that the Maldives Transport and Contracting Company (MTCC) is facing difficulties in sourcing rock boulders needed for breakwater construction. Efforts are currently underway involving the Ministry of Finance and Planning, the State Trading Organization (STO) and MTCC to import these materials in bulk, enabling the resumption of stalled projects in both Vadu and across other islands. The port development project, he added, will proceed in alignment with the wishes of the island's residents. The president also pledged to improve the island's educational and healthcare facilities. Plan include the construction of additional computer labs and staff rooms for the school, alongside increasing resources to enhance the overall learning environment. On the healthcare front, he committed to expanding the laboratory facilities and service hours, prioritizing the delivery of essential services to meet the needs of the community. In addressing demands for more land, the president announced that the land reclamation process would extend into this year or the next. He also revealed plans to enhance police services, ensuring stations are equipped to address the unique requirements of each island. By the end of the year, adequate police services are expected to be operational nationwide, including in Vadu. President Dr. Moise also affirmed that efforts are underway to resolve power-related challenges across Vadu. He praised the island for its pioneering role as a self-sustaining renewable energy community, aligning with the national target to convert 33% of the country's electricity supply to renewable energy by 2028. As part of this vision, all homes and government establishments in Vadu could transition to renewable energy in the near future. The president reaffirmed his administration's commitment to being responsive to the people's needs, stating that his visits to the islands aim to ensure that development projects align with the residents' priorities. Ministers accompanying him are tasked with implementing these projects efficiently to produce tangible results.
An agreement has been formalized between Ra Atoll Vadu Island Council and the Bank of Maldives to establish an ATM in Vadu. This step is in line with the government's pledge to ensure that ATM services are available to all Maldivian islands by the end of the year. The signing of the agreement took place during President Dr. Mohamed Moise's visit to the island as part of his tour of several islands in North Maros Madulu. The agreement was signed on behalf of the Bank of Maldives by Badruddin Hassan, Director of Retail and SME Banking, while Council President Hussein Ali represented the Vadu Island Council. The Bank of Maldives first launched its nationwide ATM service initiative in November 2024 and has since worked to expand its coverage. Currently, the bank operates 150 ATMs across 90 islands in the country. Plans are already in motion to set up ATMs in 17 additional islands by March. President Dr. Mohamed Moise has officially inaugurated the new office building for the Ra Raskatimu Council during his ongoing visit to Ra Atoll.
This milestone event marks significant progress for the local community as it enhances the council's capacity to better serve its residents. The construction of the new council office commenced in 2023 under the Public Sector Investment Programme PSIP budget allocated by the local government authority LGA. The previous council building had been rendered unusable due to severe structural damage, forcing the council to operate from a rented facility. During the inauguration ceremony, the president of the Raskatimu Council highlighted the importance of the new building, noting that it resolves the long-standing issue of inadequate space for administrative work. He explained that the facility includes offices for each council member, additional rooms for the Secretary General and Budget Head, dedicated space for the Women's Development Committee WDC, and administrative tasks, as well as a conference room and a council meeting room. He also noted that the new building has been designed to accommodate potential future expansions in staff, ensuring the council remains equipped to handle the island's evolving needs. Addressing space shortages in local civic bodies has been a priority for the government, with several initiatives underway to construct new council buildings across 105 islands. Of these, a Malaysian firm has been contracted to build 55 council offices. The government has set an ambitious target to resolve space constraints across all local councils by the end of its term.
Creative opportunities in renewable energy and sustainable development aiming to advance environmental protection efforts. At a recent meeting held at the Ministry of Climate Change, Environment and Energy, Minister Tariq Ibrahim welcomed a Japanese delegation led by Asakura Takekazu. The talks focused on developing renewable energy projects and promoting low-emission initiatives through Japanese investment and technical support. During the discussions, Minister Tariq spoke of the Maldives' dedication to strengthening bilateral relations with Japan. In response, the Japanese delegation expressed keen interest in supporting the Maldives' environmental objectives, commending the nation's effort to safeguard its natural environment. Both parties emphasized that the talks marked a significant step in enhancing cooperation between the two nations, opening new avenues for environmental protection and sustainability initiatives. The Maldives has set an ambitious target to transition 33% of electricity consumption to renewable energy by 2028. Notable progress has already been made with renewable energy capacity increasing by 17 megawatt last year, bringing the total from 53 megawatt to 70 megawatts. Coming up after this short break. Welcome back. Looking into more local news. A recent International Monetary Fund IMF report has outlined critical priorities for integrating climate change considerations into the Maldives' public financial management and public investment management systems. The report highlighted the vulnerability of Maldives to rise in sea levels, coral bleaching and flooding, stressing the need to prioritize public investments to address climate challenges within fiscal constraints. While progress has been made in areas such as procurement, transparency, and project monitoring, the IMF identified significant gaps in climate-aware planning, project appraisal, and fiscal risk management. To bridge these gaps, the IMF proposed 5 high-priority recommendations, including the introduction of climate budget tagging and statements to identify and report climate-related expenditures effectively. It further stressed the importance of conducting regular assessments of climate risks to infrastructure and long-term fiscal sustainability, alongside providing stronger central guidance for planning climate-sensitive investments. Additionally, the report called for updated regulations to incorporate climate considerations into project appraisal and selection processes and advocated for improved asset management practices to account for climate impacts. The IMF underscored that successful implementation of these recommendations will require enhanced capacity building, robust interministerial coordination between the finance and climate ministries, and the development of new tools and methodologies. Shavian Atoll Council has initiated an autopot greenhouse farm project in Shavian Goido, marking a significant step towards modernizing agriculture in the atoll. The project aims to introduce advanced agricultural techniques and encourage greater participation in farming among the local population. Under the project, 2 autopot greenhouse farms will be established on 1,000 acres of land at a cost of 450,120 rupiah, funded by the Atoll Council and implemented by Prime Fertilizers Maldives. The Atoll Council stated that the success of this initiative would pave the way for similar projects to be introduced on other islands in the atoll. The Ministry of Agriculture and Animal Welfare also expressed its support for the project, noting that expanding the agricultural industry and reducing reliance on food imports are key national goals. The ministry welcomes initiatives like this and encourage individuals and organizations to take part in achieving these objectives. A senior delegation from Maldives Police Service MPS concluded a 4-day visit to India focused on advancing existing agreements with India's police training institutions to enhance the MPS's investigative and operational capabilities. Led by Assistant Commissioner of Police Ahmad Shifan, the delegation included Superintendent Sultan Ahmad Bishar, Chief Inspector Ibrahim Faiz and Inspector Mohammad Isham. The visit spanned from 12 to 17 January 2025. During their visit, the MPS delegation held meetings with key institutions such as the Hyderabad National Police Academy (NPA), the Gujarat National Forensic Science University (NFSU), and Rashtriya Raksha University (RRU) to discuss training and development opportunities. The discussions covered high-level training in specialized fields like cyber forensics, investigations, and intelligence, as well as plans for the establishment of an international class forensic laboratory in the Maldives. As part of the agreements, the NFSU proposed opening a campus in Maldives and pledged support for developing a modern digital forensic laboratory in the Maldives. Additionally, RRU has offered scholarships for 5 MPS officers and committed to providing training on financial crimes and maritime security. The institutions will also assist with curriculum accreditation, teacher exchanges, and technical support for the Maldives National College of Policing and Law Enforcement. President Dr. Mohammad Muiz has extended his congratulations to Donald J. Trump on his inauguration as the 47th President of the United States. In his message, President Dr. Muiz highlighted the milestone 60th anniversary of diplomatic relations between the two nations, a testament to their enduring partnership. He acknowledged the collaborative efforts of both countries in areas such as trade, economic growth, defense, and security cooperation, as well as their shared dedication to upholding democratic values, human rights, and the rule of law. The president expressed optimism about fostering closer cooperation with the Trump administration to address global challenges and enhance regional peace and stability. He reiterated the Maldives' dedication to advancing shared goals on the international stage. He also underscored the positive trajectory of U.S.-Maldives relations, noting their importance for the prosperity and progress of both nations. He concluded his message by wishing President Trump success in his presidency and extending his best wishes for his health and well-being. Vice President Ustaz Hussain Mohammad Latif has extended congratulations to James David Vance on being sworn in as the 50th Vice President of the United States of America. The Vice President highlighted the trust and confidence placed in the new U.S. administration by the American people and expressed his readiness to collaborate on addressing shared global challenges in his letter to the newly sworn-in U.S. Vice President. The Vice President emphasized the Maldives' commitment to strengthening collaboration with the United States in areas such as economic development, trade and investment, defense and security, and addressing global challenges. Additionally, he shared his congratulations on his official X account, expressing confidence that the new administration will address global issues with determination and contribute to a brighter, more peaceful future. And that concludes all the news we have for you this hour. Thank you for watching and have a very pleasant day ahead.